All right, hello, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super glad to have you guys here today. We are switching it up. We're doing something a little bit different. I feel like I've been stuck in a rut and just kind of not really pushing myself to do more like different content. And I think that I want to do more fashion and beauty and lifestyle. And so I just don't want to just be stuck doing product reviews. That's just not 100% where my passion is. So what I wanted to do today was kind of show you what's in my makeup bag. So I love beauty minis and I love the versatility of being a woman on the go. So if you are interested in seeing this video as to what you need in your makeup bag and how it could work for you, baby, well then you need to just keep on watching. All right. So I have a couple of things I wanted to share with you guys that is in my makeup bag now. But it wasn't until I started to actually get into business and I started to work in the business world and I started to realize that I wanted to have a makeup bag not only on me, but I needed to have versatility with it. So with that being said, I have my makeup bag. This is an old little makeup bag that they gave to us when we worked at Sephora years ago, girl. And I've still kept it because it is just the perfect size. It just works so well with so many different products. So without further ado, let's dive in and I will explain why every one of these things is a must. So first up, if you get oily throughout the day from your makeup, baby, oil blotting sheets. This is the Sephora collection. I believe Tatcha also has some and Boscia also has some, but really you don't need all that. For me, I just wanted a simple blotting paper, so Sephora collection was it for me. And this is the charcoal one, but this is a must for me because it doesn't matter whether I wear liquid, powder, whether I have on sheer coverage, full coverage, it doesn't matter if I have the makeup on, from sun up to sundown, or I've only been wearing the makeup for a couple hours. I will always get a little bit oily, and so I don't really like that, and I will get oily all over my face. I don't have oily skin. My skin is dry. It just doesn't hydrate. When it tries to rehydrate itself by getting oily, it does it all over the face. Some people who have combination and only, showing the T-zone or maybe just the cheeks. For me, oily everywhere. That's not it. So I'll strategically use the blotting powder here, around here. I'll get my nose. I may leave some glow right on the cheekbone. You know what I'm saying? And I'll strategically get the forehead. If I really want to be extra, I'll get around the perimeter, but most of the time I just wipe it blank. So blotting paper, I feel like this doesn't need any further explanation. So blotting paper it is. The next thing I have is a setting spray. So yes, this is the Kat Von D Locket. I don't support her no more, baby, but this bottle is old and I've had it for years. Here's the secret, honey. Get this, okay? Twist off, baby. It's refillable, okay? So I like the Morphe mist, but I also do love Makeup Forever, the H2O, and what I would do is I would take the big bottle, and because it's a twist off like this one, I would use it and pour it into this little baby bottle. I got this as like a deluxe sample, if you will, when I worked at Sephora. So yeah, I don't like Miss Kat Von D and I don't support her brand, but what's great about the bottle is it has such a fine micro mist, which is so beautiful, and I love that because Makeup Forever also has the larger, they have large bottles and they have the small bottles, and they have small ones, but I don't like the way the mist is. I like it to be super fine because you only need enough just to kind of refresh the makeup, just enough to reset it. You don't need to be stopping wet. So this has been in my makeup bag for years, and it's one I just keep, and it's amazing. And I love the actual spray nozzle. So you always need to have this with you in your makeup bag. Point blank period, baby. Okay, the next one is obvious, okay? Miss Compact, come through. It's a compact. You need to see what you're doing. You need to touch up, baby. It's a compact, honey. You know what that is. Get your own, wherever that may be from. The next thing I have that I think is like something that I think always needs to be with me is I need to have a little thing of fragrance. So if I am wearing fragrance, and this is like why I say like it wasn't really until I got into business that I was like, oh, I need to like have some versatility for day to night, you know, going from school, then going to work, or going to a party, going to an event, going to a business mixer, or, you know, going to my friend's personal birthday party, like going out at night. Like, you never know what's gonna happen when you're a busy woman on the go. So fragrance, having like mini roller balls, I'm a huge fan of having minis in general, not just for traveling and on the go. But let's be realistic here. Not everybody wants to do a full beat all the time and is just gonna go through all full-size bottles. Like, no, like makeup expires, you know? And so you don't wanna be using old expired products. You wanna keep things fresh. And so I think it's super wasteful to buy full-size products of something unless you really, really love it. It's a staple, you know you're gonna use it, or it has like a longer shelf life to it. For the most part, minis is the way to go. And so with fragrance, I like minis too because I just throw it in here. So even if I put on one fragrance during the day, by the time I get to nighttime, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, the fragrance doesn't smell the same, it's different. I'll just pop in anything over it. And the next thing I always have in my bag is I always have some type of cleansing wipe. So these I got from, I think, some sort of green store, Sprouts, Whole Foods, whatever, and these were on sale clearance. I got these super cheap. It was a huge box of like 12 of these. These are all-in-one cleansing cloths, and I like to have a cleansing cloth or wet wipes on me because yes, I will like to have makeup remover wipes on me too, and I don't have any minis on me right now because I haven't really been on the go, so I had already ran through that. But if I was normally like out and about, a woman on the go with everything else, but it's locked down, I would have makeup wipes that are like perfect. And I would use makeup wipes, not just for taking off my makeup, but if I needed to like freshen up, I was feeling sweaty, dirty, I need a little pick-me-up baby, well, I would use a makeup wipe. Hey honey, it's a wipe, it's got cleansing agent, it'll do the job. But because I don't have that right now, I've been using the cleansing cloths, and these are amazing. They're essentially like a bath on the go, and it has like this fresh, earthy, citrusy kind of smell. It has juniper and citrus in it. I mean, it's really nice, and you know, who cares that it says for men? Fragrance is not gendered, you know, it's whatever you want to feel that, you know, aligns with you. But these are great, so I always have some type of like wipe in here. So whether that's a makeup wipe or a cleansing cloth, I always have wipes in here. And also too, I could use this to take off my makeup if I really wanted to, so. And I've done it before and my face was fine. So natural brand, fabulous cleansing cloth, okay. Versatile, we love it, right? Now, the next one is not gonna be a shocker, but it's just mascara. It's just a mini. Mascara, I feel like, is great. It's just a great way to like open up your eyes, brighten you up. And this is a decent one from Sephora. I actually got this one from like a mascara sample set. So very, very fabulous stuff. Works, gets the job done, mini mascara, great. The next thing I have is actually, I don't even know if they sell this anymore at Sephora, but it's a literal mini lash curler. It is a lash curler. It was like $5 or $6, and it has like the little like black strip in there. And what's cool is it actually has the refill like tucked into like a little groove here on the device. But you just use it, pump it, pump your lashes, and it gets the job done. And I have used this so many times over the years just to like refresh my mascara, or I've definitely like used it before I put on a mascara and I need to zhuzh up a little bit. Also, having your makeup bag with you is great because, you know, you show up to school, you have an early 8 a.m. morning class, and you are gonna look like boo-boo because you don't wanna do your makeup that early. Girl, don't do it. So I would show up to class, no makeup, first thing in the morning, and then have to go work my shift at Sephora, and I wanted to like zhuzh up a little bit. Well, there you go. So lash curler, okay. Next thing I have is actually, I think this is from the Real Techniques, yes, and I don't know if they're still selling this. But I've actually washed them and reused them now for a couple years. It probably makes me grody and gross, but I'm sorry, I love it and it gets the job done. They're actually mini sponges. So these are mini sponges by Real Techniques that are great for touch-ups and great for keeping in your makeup bag. Because I do have an actual like little protector for my beauty blender, but I don't bring that unless like I have like a full beat and or I'm doing like a shoot or something like that, and I know I'm gonna be posing and I have to freshen up, and I don't like to really bring the beauty blender with me all the time. So it is very convenient, it's just large. So it just depends, but these definitely get the job done. The purple one is great because it has like this little like pointed tip to it. So the pointed tip is great because it's great for you getting like right up in the corner when you want to like touch up your powder and brighten it up and kind of like reset it. Also great for getting like around the nostrils if you want to like powder that down, or smoothing out foundation if it's kind of bunched a little bit. So this is great for the precision. Now the pink one is just great for like spots. Maybe you have makeup is breaking up, or you're wanting to retouch concealer over like a pimple or something like that. That's where this pink one is just great for that. So for the women on the go, honey, for these, you know, Femme Fatales, these are awesome. I've had these for a while. I probably should throw them away. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably will, and buy some new ones. So anyways, don't keep it for years. It's gross, sorry, but being honest here. Next up, now, I am all about versatility. I don't want to feel like I need to have 20 million different things on me. So I like to have a product that I know will just zhuzh me right up. And what does that better than bronzer, baby? So this is a mini of the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. And it's just in the color is just like their first color, like bronzer. It's not light bronzer, which is like the one that's more fair. It's literally just bronzer, just literally, I think that's the title. And so usually it's a little more warmer than what I usually do. If you've seen my old videos, you guys know that I literally will wear Snow White's bronzer. I like things to be more subtle, so I'm wearing the light bronzer. This is not the light bronzer. However, it is still versatile, it is still gonna do the trick, and I can still pull it off. So this is great, but what am I gonna apply that with? Okay. I know we've all had those palettes, baby, like the Urban Decay Nakeds, where they come with these little like brushes, and usually we want to throw them away because we're like, oh, they're corny, they're janky. Yes, if it's usually like drugstore cheapy. However, there are palettes that do come with like decent brushes, and I think that this was from either the Naked 2 or 3 or like a mini or something like that of the Naked, and I love this. This is really great because this is a double-ended brush, so you have more of like a flat side for like packing down shadow, and then you have this little smudger. So this is great for like lining the eyes, maybe for smoking out on the outer corner a little bit. Maybe a little bit smaller than for that, but versatility. So this is what I will use for my bronzer on my eyes, or if I want to create a little bit more definition or contour my nose. I could really like chisel that in there with this flat side very softly, but that's really for my eyes. I will use this blush brush, or I will use this flat kabuki brush from Makeup Forever. So it really just depends. This is like for when I want to be super warm, super bronzy, or I don't really have like any complexion on, like no foundation. Maybe I have on concealer. But if I don't really have anything and I want to instantly like zhuzh me up a little bit, like I can pack on bronzer and just bring the warmth, bring the life back to me, baby. So this, it just depends, but I will use a kabuki flat brush, but usually I will use this versatile like powder brush. And it's from the Sephora Pro collection. This is the mini, but it's a great brush. I love this because I'll use it for blush, I'll use it for bronzer, I could use it for highlighter, I could even use it for powder foundation. Super versatile. So I always have, and either one of these two brushes, depends, but I always have the eye brush. So this is like a must. If you get any palette and it comes with a little brush that's like decent, because this is made with metal, baby, this ain't no plastic, and like good bristles, keep it. Don't throw it away. keep it and use it for your makeup brush, okay? So then what I also have, and this, I'll say this is lastly of like what's in my current makeup bag. So I have the Milk Makeup, and this is the Lip and Cheek in the color Work. Okay, it's like this sort of like peachy pink, almost like watermelon-y kind of pink. Like it's just this beautiful color. This is great not only for blush and for on the lips, 2-in-1 versatility, okay? This is also great too because you could put it on the eyes and just immediately create like a monochromatic look. So this is just awesome. It's super hydrating, and I like to have this in my bag because, like I said, it's just a great way to like instantly add color and pick me up. Like I could put this on my lips, put this on my cheeks, and like have my bronzer on, like boom, immediately life, like mascara on, boom. So the other thing that I didn't put in here is concealer. So 9 times out of 10, I already have on makeup, I already have on a full face, or I already have on concealer when I'm out and about with my makeup bag. So reapplying concealer when it's already set and powdered down and brightened, it's not gonna work. I can't put the liquid over, it'll be gross. That's why I will have like a powder with me, like a setting powder or like a brightening powder with like a little like floofy like poof to sort of, you know, kind of freshen up, or I'll use like one of these sponges like wet or damp, and that'll be like my pick-me-up for concealer. So if I'm not wearing concealer, or I'm wearing all liquid products and I haven't set the concealer with powder, then I'll bring my concealer with me. But when I think about like products that I just will have regardless of whether or not I am gonna have a full bead or not, I think that like this, what I just showed you, is like my staple, like always in my makeup bag. Like these things are always there, with the exception of the Lip and Cheek, because I want to talk to you about like some supplementary backup as needed products for your makeup bag. So I say like I keep this in all the time as like a go-to. However, unless I already have on a lip color like I'm wearing today, I will bring my lipstick that I'm wearing, okay? This is a custom color I made at the Bite Beauty Lab in New York City. It's called Sunny. You're welcome. So this is my own custom like nude that I made. But if I'm wearing a certain lip color and I want to keep that lip color, you throw your lip color, like it's just like a no-brainer. Throw your lip color in there for retouching, reapplications. So this is like where I say it all depends on what you're doing. And with that, you could also have a colored tinted gloss. So if you're trying to keep a little bit more low key, or you want to really amp it up and bring the lipstick and this, but this is also always great because you could just apply more, less, just like a really pretty color that's not necessarily fully saturated and opaque, but it's not sheer, okay? And clear gloss. This is versatile. You could literally put it as like on your cheeks. You could literally put it on your lips. You could put it on the lid, honey, for a high fashion moment. Just depends on what you're doing. So having versatile lip products like this is great, but then for specific occasions, you know, having a lipstick, a nude gloss, or a clear gloss, just depends on you, your mood, where you're going. That's up to you. With the conditionals and with what could be potentially in the makeup bag, I already talked about swapping out fragrance as needed. But if I have my nails done and they're like clear, or they are, I already have like a baby pink from Dior Nail Glow, I may retouch. This is very rare for me that I'll retouch and like have my nail polish with me. But if I have days where like I have like really special events, like I've had to go to a wedding before, or it's like someone's anniversary, or it's my birthday or something like that, but I have to work or go to school or class or run errands through the day, stuff may happen. So it's always good to like keep the polish that you wear. For me, I always just love a polish that's versatility, honey. The Dior Nail Glow just gives it a natural French finish, makes my nail beds pinker, makes the tips whiter. This I've been using for years. I swear by this. This is an optional. I don't usually have it in my makeup bag, but it depends on the occasion. So the other thing that you may be wondering is like, what about liner? Okay, so I have different colored liners. I have more of like a taupey color, a dark brown, I have black, I have like an olive, like a shimmery olive, I have like a matte burgundy plum. These are all beautiful colors, but I don't wear, when I was working in business, I still am, but when I was working, especially like when I worked at Microsoft, I was a lot more public facing and would do events and do mixers and have like these meetings and these special seminars or like educational sessions, or have meetings with like other people from greater Microsoft and other teams. Like, I wanted to have a product that would get me from those moments, like in the day to night. And so liner is not something I usually wear. I have a little bit of like a lip liner, like a beigey pink to kind of go with this chromatic look I'm doing, but that's not normal. Normally I don't put liner underneath, and I won't put any liner up top. I just don't, because I also have to think like I am a genderqueer person, and so I will use male pronouns, but I also will use female pronouns and to refer to myself, and I play with that. And so I don't want to dim my authenticity, but I also don't want my makeup to be the focus. And I know a lot of women kind of deal with this and constantly have to feel like they have to figure out how to tone down or amp up their femininity. And there are certainly like, I know there are women that are certainly like, I don't care and I don't have to sacrifice, and that is awesome. However, I don't have the privilege of where people look at me and say, oh, well, it's expected of you and your gender and your gender expression and your sex to look pretty and to wear makeup. Sorry, like I still am a man. I'm still physically male, and I come off a lot of times as male, even though sometimes I do get people who will think I'm a woman, and I don't get it, but it's a running joke between me and my sisters. But either way, I have to worry about toning things down or amping it up or toning it down. So with that being said, liner is optional for me. For some of y'all, that may be very different. So if I am wearing liner that day and I started the day off with like this like taupey one and it's just really pretty and soft, which is usually what I will do, or maybe the darker brown on the top, never anything on the bottom. I may amp it up and I may bring it with me, but if I know that like I'm not wearing liner, or I am wearing like one of these like brown neutral kind of ones, I will have a black, or I'll have a pop of color with the olive or burgundy, and I'll bring those with me. So if I'm gonna amp it up and smoke it out, or I have a date later that night, these are the options I'll have. So these are not necessary for me. For you, it's very different. With that being said about the eyes, if I really want to amp it up and go from day to night, this is not always in my bag, especially not now, but it actually was in my bag for like a good chunk of time when I worked at Microsoft, because when I would do my business during the day, then at nighttime I wanted to go out and I wanted to like go get a drink, go to a mixer, go on a date. I was in Orlando, so it's like, yeah, I want to amp it up. Stila, the liquid glitters, they have minis of them and they have little sets, and it depends on the look: gold, rose gold, bronze, silver, whatever the color you want. Or even like the full sizes, like I have the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, the glitter ones. This is like a rose gold. That still fits in my makeup bag. Once again, optional, depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going, and how much drama I'm trying to bring. So eyes, eyebrows. Something like this, the Brow Contour Pro, it's a rare product where you have like a darker color, a lighter color, and then like a highlighter and like a skin tone color. This is great not just for brows, but if I was really in a pinch, or I really was trying to like figure out how to like amp up my look and I didn't have like the glitter, or I didn't have like a liner with me, I would take this dark brown and like really like smudge out like a darker, like smudge out my liner, like, and use my little like brush I have. So I would use this and I would take something like this And there was times where like I just brought the brow pencil because I didn't have like enough, I didn't want to bring a liner, but I was like, I'm gonna be out at night. So, you know, versatility, options. We'll just name this whole video options, honey, choices. So now, I don't touch up liquid foundation throughout the day. I may smooth it out. I may put some setting powder on it. I may blot, but I don't reapply. My only exception is for powder. So powder foundation is, for me, so great, so versatile. I don't need a lot of coverage. If I already had powder or if I already had my own foundations that I normally use, that I've mixed this powder on top and they look really well together, that's one thing. Optional, not a must. It just depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going, and how fast I'm on the go. So once again, optional. And last but not least, since we're wrapping this video up, and this is for complexion, I have the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Now, Mama does make like a compact version, I'm pretty sure. And you could use whatever your setting powder is, your favorite one. And this is where the compact is obviously gonna be a little bit more convenient, okay? But you could use a compact and you could retouch and have the little sponge in there, great, okay? I actually just have the loose one. It's just what I got as like a gift in like a set of like a bunch of other stuff. So this is what I have at the moment, but I also have like a little like floofy puff, and this is great for like under the eyes, for mattifying the face, and this is like milled like over 1 billion times, like in like a jet propelled like miller, and so it is such a super fine powder. I learned that from the rep, okay, the Laura Mercier rep, but it's such a fine powder that it doesn't get chunky, it doesn't add texture, it's very soft, it's a cult favorite for a reason. This I will keep with me a lot of times when I'm wearing like makeup like I'm wearing today, like I'm wearing an actual face of makeup. If I'm not wearing a face of makeup, I won't really bring this. I will just use my blotters for oil. I may use the sponges and like wet them with the setting spray and just kind of smooth this out underneath my eyes. But if I'm not wearing a full face, I won't bring it. But if I am, I always bring my powder with me. So with that being said, if you liked any of the stuff that I was in there I mentioned, definitely go ahead and give them a shout out. Obviously, everything I have here, I absolutely love and adore. All of those brands and all these products I 100% use, have supported and have used a lot of this stuff for years. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you got some inspiration for your makeup bag. What could you possibly need for you on the go? Be sure to let me know. I mean, it would be interesting to hear about what you think would actually work and what you need in your makeup bag. Like I said, it's contextual, whether I'm wearing a full face or not, whether it's a special event, it's nighttime, it's a date, it's a night out with my friends, with my boys or my girls, like it just all depends. So versatility is all very important when you have your makeup bag. Making it fun size and a little baggy like this so it can fit in your purse or your backpack or whatever is also important as well too. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It definitely was a lot of fun, and I love talking about like my favorite products. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you liked this video, something a little bit different. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, talk about it, talk it on social, subscribe, all that fun shenanigans. Videos are every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I appreciate all of your love and support. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.